Alright, so we've set up Visual Studio Code and we've also burnt the ev3 MicroPython image onto our Mindstorm brick over here. And so the next thing we want to do is to write a simple software and upload it onto the brick and get it to run. And we're going to use the ev3 LEGO Mindstorm extension that we installed in Visual Studio Code. Once again, my name is ev3python and I'm happy to show you how to do this. So if you open Visual Studio Code, you might not always see this. Just in case this is what you are seeing or you are seeing something different. What you want to do is to first of all click on the icon for the LEGO Mindstorm ev3 MicroPython. So you click on it and then you get this menu here. Create new project, explore examples, and open user guide. What we want to do is to create a new project. And for this, I'm going to call it Hello World. And you have to press enter to create the project for you. Now you need to select a place to put your project. Okay, so I'm going to put it somewhere here because this is not so important. So I just select this folder. Okay, so you see that there's a folder called Hello World that has been created for you. Mind you, at this point, this folder hasn't been created on your Mindstorm brick yet. It is sitting entirely on your computer. So the files that you're given are the main.py, the .getignore, and the .vs code. This .vs code is something used by Visual Studio Code. So if you're using a different editor, you might not see that. And our focus here is going to be in the main.py. So when you open the main.py, they have actually given you some code. And the first thing is this shebang thing here that is instructing your Mindstorm brick that when this program is run, it should use the PyBricks MicroPython. Remember that when we were setting up the image on the SD card, I told you that the ev3 MicroPython depends on the ev3 dev, which we will use for this course. And so when you are writing a program, you can choose to run your program with the MicroPython, which is also known as the PyBricks MicroPython, or you can use the ev3 dev Python. We will use the ev3 dev Python, but for the sake of showing you how you write your code and upload, we are going to run this simple program on our Mindstorm right here. Okay, now that we have this code, all these things up here are just imports for APIs that you need to be able to read from the motors, touch sensor, color sensor, and stuff like that. The most important thing here is it creates an ev3 object and then it's going to make the ev3 speaker beep. Okay, that the objective is not for us to understand this code. We just want to know how we can write code and upload it onto the ev3 brick. So what we need to do now is to click on this ev3 device browser, and we need to establish a connection between our computer and our Mindstorm brick. So when you click here, it is automatically going to search for all connected ev3 devices, and the way you know it is connected is I have this cable connected to my brick and the cable is connected all the way back to the USB on my computer. So I click on this and now you can see that I have an ev3 dev device connected to my computer. Okay, what you can do to run, as a matter of fact, there are multiple ways. So they have this debug window which you can click on, and then you can click on download and run. What the download and run does is to actually send this code, the main.py, over to your brick here and get it running. So you can click on that. And you had a beep over there. So the code was sent successfully to your brick and then it was run. Another thing you can do, because I find it quite unintuitive having to go to debug and click that, is once you're here, you can also press F5, I believe so. And F5 is also going to do the same thing. So you had the ev3 brick beep over there. So that is it for how to write code and get it running on your ev3 brick. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next